Welcome, traveler. I am Gladys, guiding learned alternative design inspired system. I am an intelligence created in 2028 by the students of Providence Public Schools. My base code is updated across time. The year 2020 sparked an awakening that created a world of collective abundance. The world was changed by all the people who lived in that time. In the year 2040, the people came together for a time of celebration. As part of their ceremony, they've sent this living bouquet to serve as a time chariot, a gift from the people that belong to tomorrow, for you, a survivor of 2020. You are invited to witness a moment in time that you have the power to shape. Are you willing to spend time with the people of the future in the year 2040? To get started, we travel to join the first class of the Community Health Justice Academy on their very first day. City of Divine Providence, occupied and unceded land of the Narragansett, Pequot, Mashpee Wampanoag, and Nipmuc people. Temple of Music, year 2040.
Well, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Let's start off by checking in. Let's go around the room, say our names, our pronouns, our departments we're applying for, and answer the question, why is community health justice needed in this city? Sheena, would you mind starting us off?
Sure. Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Sheena. I use she, her pronouns, and they, them is fine too. I am a candidate for fire prevention, rescue, and relief with the Protective Health Department. And I was a CHW with Karma back in the day.
Literacy check. Sorry, Sheena. Could you break that down? We're all coming to this work from different places.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to...
I'm not fishing for an apology, and this goes for everyone, not just Sheena. We're trying to make a gumbo here, not alphabet soup. Okay. All right, please, Sheena, go on and break it down.
Thank you for the reminder, Ms. Viola. So I was a CHW, a community health worker with the Climate Adaptation, Resiliency, and Mitigation Agency, Karma. Yes, I know it's a lot to say, but the words are important, so I get that. So I did a 3-year residency in the Neighborhood Resiliency Hub in the Southside Green Justice Zone. And there I saw firsthand the impact that nurturing had on a community and on the aura of a neighborhood. So that's why I feel that health justice is needed here in Providence.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Don Trell, he, him pronouns, and I'm a candidate for the telecommunication and data technologies at the Community Governance Department. Health justice is needed in Providence. Why? I don't know. Honestly, there's so many reasons, right? I'll say this. I am a youth coach with motocross. So I see community justice as supporting people within their cultural identity. There was a time in this city when people of color were criminalized for riding alternative methods of transportation. Bikes were destroyed. State-sanctioned violence led to hospitalizations. Community health justice, for me, is about supporting people, not controlling our culture or who we are.
Wow. You're all so inspiring. I can't wait to get to know all of you better. Grand Rising. My name is Janice, she, her, hers. I'm training to be a community health worker. I want to work with the Urgent Housing Response Office in the Department of Cultural Housing and Regenerative Economy. For me, community justice is needed in the city of Providence because all of the reasons my colleagues just shared, and because if we invest in protective health, we can save resources that can be better utilized and reinvested. The city saves resources by keeping the people healthy and curbing the rising tide of emergency dispatches. Thank you.
Greetings. It's so nice to be here with you all. I go by Javon, they, them, theirs for pronouns. And the question, why is community health justice needed in Providence? Because the people asked for it.
Is that it?
Check out.
Would you mind elaborating? How did the people ask for community health justice?
I mean, people filled the streets, blocked highways, they voted, ran for office, broke windows, burned cop cars, went to jail, got shot, lost eyes. But as a people, as a group, they never lost sight. People fought, bled, and died for community health justice, and that's why we need it in this city.
Thank you for digging deeper on that. Also, you didn't declare a department.
I don't have one. I want to leave it up to fate.
Oh, so at the Rites of Passion next year, you'll let the people choose?
Yes, that's what I want.
All right, we'll plan for that. Whew, okay. Thank you all for sharing. Before we jump into the orientation exercise, I need to answer that question. Isn't that right, Gladys?
That is correct, Director Taylor. There are 5 people in the space, but only 4 stories. We need unanimous vulnerability to move forward.
Thank you, Gladys, for the clarification. My name is Viola Taylor. I am the Director of Community Governance and the Dean for the City for the Community Health Justice Academy. I was part of the last cohort of police persons hired by the city in 2019. I became a police officer because I wanted to empower my community. I know how that sounds, but it shows you how I was thinking. I wanted to improve my community. I didn't understand that there were systems creating poverty and fueling substance addiction. During my time in that role, I saw we spent little time on what the FBI was calling Part 1 crimes, like robbery. Most of our work was on traffic cases or business alarms. But what shook me was that we spent double the time on these false alarms than on these Part 1 crimes. And these Part 1 crimes may show up as individual acts, but they are rooted in structural oppression that informs decisions on how city resources are allocated. This impacts the most impacted residents that have them living in scarcity, rather than helping to create structures that can make sure everyone has what they need. And do you know how I learned that? At a community meeting. By this time, I had been with the department for about 5 years, and I learned these very real statistics at a Defund the Police meeting, using data collected by our department and data that our department had long been failing to collect. This changed my core. A few months later, I entered a Just Transition program, and that began my community health justice journey. And here I am today, standing in front of the first graduating class of the Community Health Justice Academy. That is you. And now that we know a little bit more about each other, it's time we understand what we're protecting. Does everyone know what that is?
Yes, it's a cell.
If we were to zoom in, Gladys, show me the nucleus. Janice, can you say what that is?
The nucleus, it holds our DNA.
Can you tell me what's protecting the DNA?
Protein.
Tell me about that.
I mean, I guess.
Do you know or do you guess? Can someone help out responder Dontrell?
Telomeres.
Thank you, Javon. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Do you all know about telomeres? Well, Javon, can you tell your colleagues about telomeres?
Well, you know how shoelaces got that hard plastic at the end?
Oh, aglets.
Those aglets, thanks. Those aglets help hold the strands of our laces together. Telomeres work in a similar way to help hold our DNA together.
Actually, I think I've learned about those. Are the shorter ones linked to aging?
Yes, Sheena. And thank you, Javon. Telomeres actually shorten as people age. The shorter a person's telomeres, the more susceptible they are to illnesses. But sometimes people's telomeres shorten at faster rate than others because of the environment they're in. Air pollution or chronic trauma are some of the things that cause premature shortening of telomeres. And these are rooted in structural oppression. And the body is a wonderful vessel. It has many ways of healing itself from oppression. Lengthening telomeres is one way. For example, we have an enzyme that is released to protect telomeres, and it even lengthens them. At the Community Health Justice Academy, we use a protective health approach that provides response to urgent conflict by centering on residents' wellness. Okay. I want us all to be thinking about this as we run through the immersive metaphor we will experience with Gladys. Gladys, run the upstream orientation, please. Responders, put on your frames, please. Watch, listen, but most of all, feel.
Whoa, that was really disorienting.
What the hell?
Did that just happen?
Are we dead?
Gladys has created the immersive environment for our orientation and will follow my vocal cues. We are jogging by the river. It is a beautiful day. The sun is warm, the breeze is cool at our backs, pushing us forward. When out of the corner of her eye,
What's that in the water?
Sheena sees it first.
Here! Help me!
Oh no, there's another one.
As time drifts, more children come floating down the river. You both work hard to care for the children. Sheena finds her rhythm as a rescuer, knowing the right time to jump into the river and how many strokes it will take her to get through to the current and back with the babies. The rest of the cohort sets up a system to care for the children. Dontrell, now an expert at drying the infants. Janice finds jackets and sweaters to swaddle the children. Javon becomes skilled at consoling by singing and rocking the babies to sleep. Each of you gained an expertise, performed your role in the system.
Gladys, end simulation. That was a lot. It'll take you some time to come into your body. Remember to breathe. There's an exercise I would like to invite you to try. I find it helps with grounding. I'm going to invite you to stand up. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and a slow exhale through your mouth. Feel the air as it fills your chest and your lungs. Exhale. Notice the weight of your body, your feet planted on the ground. And take some time to notice the sounds that are around you. Now I'd like to invite you to open your eyes and notice the shared space around you. Feel the lessons we've collectively learned together. And tell me about that experience. How do you feel? Let's go around and share one word.
It felt discouraging.
Thank you, Dontrell. But that was not one word, right? I need you to tell me about how that experience made you feel, and not as a member of an institution, but as a person. How do you feel? One word. We'll unpack it later, I promise.
Hopeless.
Confused.
Overwhelmed.
Exhausted.
Dontrell, thank you for starting us off. Can you tell me what triggered those feelings of hopelessness for you?
I mean, excuse me, it was just too many babies. I felt like I couldn't keep up.
That's right. And Javon, how about you? You said you were overwhelmed.
Yes. As soon as I would get one settled, another raft would come in.
There's just so much capacity. Was that what was contributing to the confusion for you, Janice?
Yeah, I just couldn't tell which way was up, you know? It felt impossible to catch the pace.
Yeah. The work can have us running from crisis to crisis, and that could make us lose our own sense of direction, yeah? And it can make us lose our energy, right, Sheena?
Yeah. I'm still trying to catch my breath from that. It was an intense experience. Like I knew I wasn't actually in the water, but it felt like it.
Yeah, the mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah, my hands are even proved. It's crazy.
And the more you interact with Gladys, the more you'll connect with yourself and the members of your community in new ways.
What does that mean?
Can we get back to that? Yeah. Can you tell me about Upstream?
Upstream from what?
Here's the nursery. What was Upstream?
Is that a factory?
Some sort of baby pipeline.
This is sick.
No, it could have been anything. It could have been a bridge with a hole in it. But can you tell me the point of this metaphor?
Capitalism is bad?
Yeah, well,
No, it's the root cause. We were so busy trying to save the babies and take care of them that we couldn't even think beyond our moment.
well said.
We couldn't even stop to try to think that where these babies were coming from and that these babies were being dropped in the river at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Sheena.
That was a lot.
Now, go and take what you have learned with you into your future.